to do my remarks in mine? Chris, can you come up with that? Wow, thank you. Thanks. This has been a lot of, this has been a wonderful evening. We've been sitting over here with dear friends and family. My daughter's here, God bless her. Last minute she's able to come, my wife, Sydney. Sydney's sort of new, relatively new to theater. We've been married 15 years. Little did she know what our art form required. And I said, well, I have to go to High Point and do a rehearsal, and I would get in late at night, of course. After about a week, she said, my God, you're going to rehearsal again? When is this going to be over? I said, not much longer, about 3, 4, 5 more weeks. So, thanks for your patience. Thank you so much for this recognition. John, when I was talking to John, he said, you want to make your remarks? I said, well, how long? And he said, okay, about 7 minutes or so. Yeah, I can't give you my phone number in 7 minutes, so I apologize. I will try my best to try to keep it streamlined. But it occurred to me, actually today, I was doing some math, and I realized it was 45 years ago this semester. I mean, you know, I guess in August of 1974, that I started my graduate school here at UNCG, which made me sort of I had to take a knee at that one, didn't you? 45 years. But the really exciting thing is I have sitting at this table over here friends and colleagues from 45 years ago. They're still some of the best people in my life. You know, it sort of brings back a lot of wonderful memories of that time. And sort of wondering, okay, how have I reached this point? And really, quite sincerely, UNCG, I'm not quite sure what my life would have been like, but my life has been so enriched by the years that I spent here. I came here initially I just wanted to be an actor, and I didn't really know what that meant. I just said, well, that's what I want to do. And I've been unbelievably blessed for 45 years since then, that I've been almost continuously, I've been involved in theater in one way or another. This is a field where people are lining up to tell you how you can't make a living and can't make a life being in the theater, that you need to do something more important and serious with your life. I heard that my whole life, many of us have, and for me there wasn't really any options. Just sort of, I had to have this life in the art, and I didn't quite know what that meant. So I came here, and I think in the first week we had an audition, and I was used to undergraduate school. We had a very small department where I was, and I figured, well, I can play that part. That's okay, good. And so we were auditioning for a play called That Championship Season, which I said, that's my play. It's a guy play. You play basketball players. I played basketball, and there was one role in particular. I said, that's going to be mine, and I auditioned, and promptly got slapped down because I didn't get cast. And they cast this scrawny little bespectacled guy that looked like a nerdy Woody Allen. Think about that for a moment. And he was cast, and I was like, oh. and Bob Thurston, who was here tonight, I then became the master carpenter for that show. I didn't know what I was doing. I figured I'd watch Bob, and you know, he'd show me what to do. And so I carried around a hammer and sort of frowned a lot. I sort of shook my head disgustedly every now and then. And I don't know if I did anything, but I tricked a lot of people. So that was sort of my initiation. Now, the scrawny guy that got the role was sitting over here is Jim Fisher, who of course is a very distinguished man of our theater here, and has been one of my best friends for many, many years, and we continue to work together to this day. I think about this time. There's a lot of people that I want to thank. That most of them aren't in this room or no longer with us. But I have the faculty. We had this really interesting, good faculty. I was a typical graduate student in that I knew more than those morons did. Okay, fine. Looking back on it now, I realize how much they gave me during that time. And I was particularly blessed to be with a really great group of graduate students and undergraduate students. And I didn't always know what I was doing, but I just I had to be a part of this, and I had to work. And so for me, UNCG was a remarkable place to get started. I think what we were blessed with was that the faculty gave us we got the background. We got our background in history. We got our backgrounds in the theory. But they provided us with this laboratory that we could go out and we could work. And we kept working and kept working. I went back and I looked. I think I played 21 roles during the couple of years I was here. And it was in the studio theater and the big stage and at Summer Rep and Parkway and all these other venues that we had. All different types of plays. But also at the same time, I did a lot of work for Bob. Somehow he kept me on. I worked in the shop. I ran lights. I was involved in every area of the production. And so what I ended up coming away from here was a real immersion in the life of the theater and what it could mean. One of the Jim and I were having lunch and we were talking about this. Number one, the number of our fellow students who are working professionally is really quite extraordinary, particularly when you look at the odds out there. Most of you know we have graduates from the theater program here that are working on Broadway, they're working in Hollywood, they're working in major regions, they're actors, they're designers, they're directors, they're Tony Award winners. And another really sort of interesting thing, there are, from just the years, from my year and the years on either side of us, we had nine or 10 chairpersons of major theater departments across the United States. That's a significant achievement, I think. I think that's a legacy that this place sends out really all over the country. And as to why that happened, I think one of the things for me, I just saw John over here. My connection with this university has very real, very tangible things. John had directed the first production of one of my plays, a thing called A Point of Order, that I got to John. John said, we want to do the first production. I was on a sabbatical from the university. I was working out of Pennsylvania, so I was able to come down for about a week or so and work with John and the cast. And did a really good production, really got the play in shape. And eventually got off and got published, and there's been productions around. But it really sort of reintroduced me to the program. And then, a couple of years later, I finished another play, which I sent to John. He was one of the directors I would send my stuff to. And John said, I love this play. He says, and there was going to be I think it was the 40th or the 50th anniversary of the theater program at UNCG. And so John said, we want to do a stage reading of the thing. So I said, okay, great. So he put together with faculty and students and some alums a great reading of a production of this script hand production of my play, which was seen by one of our graduates, an undergraduate by the name of Michael Lilly, who's a theater director in Los Angeles. Michael comes up and says, I'd like to take this play back to see if I can get it produced in LA. He was able to do that. And one of the actors that he chose was one of my friends, David Wells, who's sitting back here. He was in the original production of that play in Los Angeles. The play really sort of became a thing that all good things for a while sort of flowed from that play. Later on, we ended up, The play was turned into a movie. We eventually ended up directing. I ended up directing and adapted and directed. And Asma did it. Christine Morris was one of the actors that donated. I think maybe got paid a little bit for that thing. A wonderful little cameo role in the play. Dave Wells again sort of recreated the role that he had done in Los Angeles. And all of these were UNCG people, and that one production led to an opportunity to write for a television series that was created by another UNCG grad, Brenda Lilly, and so I was able to take a leave of absence from my university and go back and work. It was all great things for me. I was just sort of receiving these things, but there was this great UNCG connection with that. And we were doing it not because, hey, I don't care, you're a lousy actor, but I'm going to work with you anyway. That wasn't the case. You wanted to work, you have to work with good people. And so I was able to do that. So it was very much, every step along my career, it seems like there's an important UNCG connection with that because of the people that came here. Jim and I were sort of wondering why that is and trying to figure out what was the formula for what all of us were able to do here. I don't think we came up with any one thing because we all had different sort of influences and different experiences. But I think there's one story that I love to tell. Joe Forbes, who won this honor last year, was awarded this last year, was a Tony Award winner, one of the top scene painters in the world today. Joe was an undergraduate student. We had a graduate student, one of my friends, Colin Thompson, who was from England. And Colin had this idea that he was going to do a studio theater production of Midsummer Night's Dream with 10 or 12 or more actors in there. We had all this scenery, projections, all this massive production. And in those days, we weren't allowed to have big productions down there. It was you can use a chair and a table and a sofa, and that's it. Well, somehow he was able, I think it's because he was English. He had that lovely accent. He was very polite. He would drop some English slang and then mention Peter Brook, and everyone went, okay, you can do what you want to. But the one rule, and I think Bob was the enforcer, Bob Thurston here, was our technical director, one of our professors. And Bob sort of had to be the enforcer. He said, all right, you can use whatever you want to. He knew what we were trying to do. And there were three of us. There was Colin and Joe and myself. We called ourselves Forbes Mammoth Productions for some reason. And so Bob said, you can do anything you want, but if I catch you stealing anything, you're going to pay for it. And so we said, yeah, okay, fine. So for several weeks, we scrounged. We didn't spend a single penny. We had no money. We costumed the Shakespeare end period. We had lights, projections. I mean, all this nonsense. I mean, it was huge. And one night, though, Colin and Joe and I were stealing paint from Bob's paint room. He said we could, and so we took him. And so we had our backs to the door, and all of a sudden we hear, "Okay, boys, dig deep." And we turned around, and it was Bob. And he said, and he was blocking the door. We couldn't rush him. We couldn't get out. We had no weapons then. But so we reached into our pockets. I think we had a total of about $11 or $12. And that was like lunch money for the month. And we gave all our money to Bob. And he says, all right, guys, go on, have at it. And we took the paint that we needed and we did the production. Extortion is a terrible word, but right. But I thought what was good about that was I thought that was an example really of what the sort of the spirit that we had. It wasn't that we were outlaws by any means, but there was this creative tenacity that said we're going to do this thing regardless of what it takes, and we followed the rules. And I think Bob, what we took from that, and we talked about this. Joe and I were talking about this. He respected what we were trying to do. He understood what the process was. He understood what we were doing. And he supported that in the best way that he could. And we ended up doing something that was way beyond our means. We actually had a fly system in the studio theater that we had people flying in and out. We thought it was pretty great, but it was, But that tenacity was what I think more than anything that we all sort of took away from our department, our experience here. I think Jim, I know how hard Jim and I have worked together since we were children, it seems like. I mean, he's directed me, I've directed him, he's done my plays, we've worked together. You know, I've tried to compare my output with his. He's got big books, like these little scrawny little scripts. But the tenacity of a scholar, the type of work that Jim has done, I think that's something that he learned here. Dave Wells, my pal back there, Dave and I have been working together since we were puppies. First day that I was here, I looked over and there's Dave Wells coming down the stairs in Taylor. Dave has acted with me, he's acted for me. He's helped me out in any number of ways in the business. He was my producing partner on our film. And I know how hard Dave worked. He's had a career in Hollywood for 40 years. That's a hard thing to do. And he succeeded at it. And it takes a tenacity. So that's what I think when I come back here. This is a place, for 45 years, this place gave me my life. It gave me my creative life. And so I'm eternally grateful. And I'm so happy and so proud of this. Thank you.